How's it going, everyone? RavenTale here, back to you once again with a brand new video. And this time we are going to be discussing my own feature wish list for Project 4. Now, most of those are features that I wished that were implemented in Boneworks, not in any specific order, so let's jump right in. Now, the first few would be smaller quality of life changes, such as the mag bows, that has been implemented by a lot of mods, which slightly changes the way you grab your magazine to make it more in line with how you'd grab it in real life. It feels way more ergonomic and easier to handle, and it makes way more sense. Plus, the mag insert animation feels way smoother. It's one of these small changes that make the game feel way better in my opinion. Another thing would be the finger interaction. The hands themselves don't really interact with the environment the same way you'd see in other games such as Half-Life Alyx, and I'd love to see some similar implementation in Project 4. Now, one amazing feature I'd wish to see implemented is the Quickbolt from H3VR. In case you haven't noticed, most VR titles try to stay away from including bolt action rifles, and that's for a reason. Switching between grabbing the gun and the bolt is pretty difficult. What H3VR does is that it makes you switch between them without lifting your grip by pressing a single button. So you're grabbing the gun, you press the button and you switch to grabbing the bolt without having to remove the grip and then grip again, which makes it way faster. So you press the button, do the action, and it's back. This makes it way easier to reload without losing your aim, and makes the bolt action way more satisfying. So I'd love to see that too, because I know if anyone can do it, it's gonna be stress level 0. I personally love climbing in Boneworks, but we can all agree it can be a little bit glitchy, especially when trying to climb over ledges. Some streamlining to the behavior of climbing, even if it has to cheat a little bit through the physics system, would make the game way more approachable to casual audiences, especially since the game is going to be released on the Quest. And of course, as everybody knows, we really would love to see shotguns. It's just that shotguns can be really satisfying when used in VR, especially if implemented properly, and would affect the physics or cause enemies to be knocked down, shot up close. It would be really cool to see some interactions and physics with the shotguns. One final quality of life implementation would be an improved spectator mode. I know that we already have one, but it sort of is an all or nothing situation, and in my opinion the field of view is a bit too high and it does several other effects such as chromatic abrasions. So maybe we could get some more control over the spectator options and fine-tune the effects and the field of view manually. It would be really appreciated to see something like that in the game. As for the game itself, I know that in order to understand Boneworks fully you need to play other games such as Duck Season, and I feel like in general friendly NPCs don't serve any purpose in the story in Boneworks, and I'd love to see VR developers in general start implementing NPCs that actually interact with the player and have significance in the story. I'd personally love to see some sort of a glossary where you could collect lore information and be able to view it whenever you want or something. And I think we all agree that a Steam Workshop implementation is essential to a game like that in order to reach a larger audience and improve the lifetime of the game. And while Boneworks has a considerable variety of NPCs, the AI can be a little bit lacking, so I'd love to see some more advanced AI mechanics and some sort of tactics that they would use. Maybe some sort of coordination between different types of enemies. That would be really cool to see. And finally, if we are going into the wishful territory, I guess we can all hope for some sort of a co-op or multiplayer PvP experience. And I know Entanglement has some sort of a hackery solution for this. It's gonna be more difficult to implement a proper multiplayer, but I'd settle for something that is more PvP oriented rather than having every single physical object synced. So maybe some sort of a PvP implementation where you don't have to worry about physics. But yeah, that's gonna be it for my suggestions. If you guys have any other suggestions, feel free to write them down in the comments below. With that being said, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.